variables. Today, education is the #1 variable in success and failure in communities and in life. Across the nation, communities that learn are communities that succeed, and communities that don't learn are communities that fail. If I could show you a map of America, and I could show you the map of poverty and crime and unemployment and illness, and then also show you the map of educational failure, you would see that the two maps are exactly the same. And if I could show you the map of health and happiness and wealth, and then also the map of educational achievement, you would see that those two maps are the same. And President Obama really recognized this in his State of the Union address last January when he reminded America that a college degree is no longer today just one pathway to a better future. As he said, today a college degree is a requirement. And that's why he called on every adult in America to achieve the dream of a college degree. And that's why he has called America to dream of creating a nation in which, once again, we lead the world in college degrees earned. And that is what binds us here together this evening, our commitment to meet that requirement, to answer that call together, to seize a hold of that better future and to not let go. You know, not just for us, but for our children and our families and our communities. It's Christmas time, and I want us to think about what makes human beings special. You know, human beings are really special amongst God's creatures. We have a special gift. It's granted to us beyond measure of other forms of life on earth. It's a special power. It's the power to learn, to create, and to influence the world we live in. Think of the world for a minute the way it was 20 years ago, and now think of the world the way it is today. And just pause for a minute and reflect on all the achievements in information technology, in energy, in healthcare, in travel, in industry. Think of all the achievements around the world that have improved human life, and recognize that not any one of these achievements would have been possible without the human capacity to learn and to create within learning communities. See, humanity does not stand still. It has the power to make progress. And when we come together in communities like this, when we come together to learn, and when we unite in the process of learning and striving towards progress, we're celebrating the thing that makes us human. In the book of Genesis, a book that's name means origin and birth and creation, God said, it's written that God said, "Let us make man in our image and after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air and over the cattle and over the earth and over every creeping thing on earth." Now, I ask you, knowing what we know about human weaknesses and human frailty and our ability to make terrible mistakes, why, we might ask, would God impose upon us such an awesome responsibility? There's one reason: because he also gave us the power to learn. Now, learning is hard. Learning involves trial and error. It involves lots and lots of error, we know that, and many, many difficult trials. And we know that there is struggle involved. And we know that it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult for our students, many of our students, to balance the demands of life, of health, of children, of work, of family, of community, of faith. All these things, to balance all these things with the process of learning is very, very hard. But let's remember that it's the process of striving and working hard for something that's difficult, the process of seeking out and tackling challenges. This is the most important part of the human experience. It's the part that is noble. It's the part that inspires us. It's the part that endures. Now, our program, our work here together, we know it isn't perfect. We know that, like every one of us, our work here together is a work in progress. Okay? But we're committed together to work every day to make it better and to make it stronger. And when we strive to learn together, when we confront our failures and our shortcomings together, together we connect with the great learners in history. We join together in their company, and we feel their spirit around us. And we know that, you know, you've encountered challenges over the past year, and we know that there are many, many more in store. We know that we will be confronting again this year failure. And I want to give you some words of encouragement from the great creators in human history. Henry Ford said, "Failure is only the opportunity to begin again, only this time more wisely." And Edison said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work." And Benjamin Disraeli, a famous British statesman, he said, "All of my successes have been built upon all of my failures." And I love this one from Churchill. Churchill said, "Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm." And finally, Elbert Hubbard said, "There's no failure except in no longer trying." And my mother said, "Nothing beats a failure but a try." And I bet that your mother said something like that too. So I want to say we're incredibly proud of each one of you, and we're proud of your successes, but we're also proud of your failures, because you can't fail unless you first try. And we know that success is born by working through our failures. And we're very excited to be with you on this journey. We are in so many places now. We are not only in Chester, we are in Philadelphia, we are in Reading, we are in Allentown, we are in Coatesville. And I want to reach out, because we're taping this tonight, to say to our friends in all those places that we're proud of you in all those places, as well as being here in Chester. We're very proud of our educational allies. We're proud of the Chester Education Foundation. We're proud of Congresso. We're proud of Deliverance Evangelical and Life Transforming Ministries. A shout out to Life Transforming Ministries in Coatesville, who I think will be watching this probably tomorrow. Upper Darby Community Outreach Corporation, South Philadelphia Homes, St. Joseph's Baptist Church, the Salvation Army, Lombard AME, Lombard Presbyterian Church, Resources for Human Development. There are so many allies in this work. It's very, very exciting. And I want to say that we are especially proud of Harcum College, and we're so grateful that the leadership of Harcum College is here tonight, that we have Dr. DeTemple with us, because, you know, without Harcum's leadership and its tenacity and its creativity and its care and its commitment to this program, none of us would be here without that. And we're going to hear from Dr. DeTemple after we hear from Devin McDonald. I'm going to introduce Devin in a minute. But I want to say that we know that without everyone's success, this is a true, community collaboration. And without everyone being engaged, it wouldn't be possible. So here's my holiday message to leave you with. Stay the course. Finish. Succeed. Don't give up. Don't give up no matter how hard the road gets. And spread the word. Please spread the word about this program. Ask your family members to join you in yearning and learning and earning, in striving and surviving and thriving, in aspiring and inspiring and seeking that gift that we started talking about, the gift of higher education. In communities we serve, the ones we serve, like many across America, like this community in Chester, we're recovering from some very hard times, very hard times. But, like a fighter that won't quit, like a fighter that will not back down, when this community gets knocked back, it comes back stronger, more determined. And that's what this community is about. That's what America is about. That's what each one of us here is about. It's that courageous heart beating inside each one of us that we're here tonight to celebrate. So, without further ado,